This is our Avan. It's an A-liner. Now, we've done a number of modifications to the inside. We've had it about 5 years. It's roughly 10 years old. But they come standard with an access door at the rear on this side, the left-hand side. But to access things at the front of the van, you have to lift the seats off, and it's a little bit of a performance. So we've decided that we're going to put one of these, exactly the same as this, in the other side at the front. They're available from the Avan shops or on the internet, but we managed to get one at the Avan shop which is identical to this. This is the area where we're going to insert the access door. First of all, wires are to be unscrewed from holders just to get them out of the way, because they're actually underneath the batten and they restrict access because it's such a tight fit. I've used the inside fitting as a template just to get positioning of and put a pencil mark around it, and then I've made a template for the outside, but I intend to drill a couple of small holes as a guide, and then I'll put the template against those holes on the outside. But the template for the outside is slightly wider than the inside fitting, but it's still a good guide because it's such a tight fit. As I said earlier, just drilling the holes around my pencil line at various intervals, which gives me a guide as to where to put the template on the outside. These are the exit holes from the drilling that I did from the inside, but beware that it's a very tight fit from there to there, and the same on the inside because of the batten, so some careful measuring has to be done to place your template in the right place, because you don't want it overlapping here, and then if it's too high the inside fitting will hit on the battens. So as I said, very careful measuring to be done. Outside line markings were done using the pilot holes as a guide and measuring the actual door itself. It's a good idea to put some masking tape on the base of the jigsaw or around the outside of the van to avoid scratching. This is the bit to be used for the inside of the door. This is the rebate for the lock. Trying out for size. Silicone bead for a door insert, but be careful not to overdo it. Just giving this a final check for fitment before I silicone it. Having put the door in and siliconed around there first, and the masking tape is for when I silicone around the edges here. It's much easier using a bit of masking tape. Right, well that seems to fit okay, so I'll now go and silicone the back of this frame around here, so it'll provide a nice seal all the way around here, which incidentally is not considered necessary, but because of the seal that you put around this edge, but it's a good extra precaution. Okay, I've now siliconed it. I'm about to put it in. It's a nice bit of silicone all around that edge there, which will make contact with here. Now this is a holding ring which has been inserted from either the inside or here. I think it's easier to do it from here. Now I just find using the masking tape does a really neat job. Well, the job's all finished and it turned out rather well. I've never done one before, but the main thing is to remember it's not easy, but it's just a matter of taking care and precise measurements, because there's not a lot of room for error, and if you just take it slow and methodically, it'll all fall into place fine. And there it is.